If you're using NetSuite Analytics Warehouse, you already know it's an amazing tool. But what about all that other mission-critical data? The stuff that lives outside of NetSuite, in spreadsheets, custom apps, you name it. Well, in this explainer, we're going to walk you through a strategic blueprint to bring all that data together into a single source of truth. So let me ask you, does this feel familiar? You've got this powerful analytics platform, but your sales targets, your forecasts, all those key operational metrics, they're just stuck in different places. They're completely disconnected. It's a super common problem, and it's exactly what we're here to solve today. And this really gets to the heart of the matter, what I like to call the power and the paradox of NSAW. On one hand, it's an incredible pre-built foundation. Oracle has done all the heavy lifting to get your NetSuite ERP data into a beautiful, curated data warehouse. But on the other hand, the real world is messy, right? So much of our key data lives in these disconnected Excel files, or maybe in custom applications like something built with Oracle Apex. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the one golden rule you absolutely have to follow. Then we'll lay out a blueprint for uniting all your data, show you how to actually connect it, and finally, take a look at the powerful, unified result. Okay, let's start with the most important thing. Before you touch anything, you really need to understand how to extend NSAW safely, so you don't create a total maintenance nightmare for yourself down the road. So here it is, the golden rule. It's got two parts, and they're both crucial. First, never, and I mean ever, modify the Oracle-delivered NSAW objects. Just don't do it. Oracle manages them, and they're always enhancing them. And second, always extend NSA using your own customer-owned schemas and pipelines. This gives you a clean, isolated, and fully supported space for all your custom data. And why is that first part so critical? Well, because trying to customize the core is just a recipe for disaster. You run the risk of breaking future upgrades from Oracle, and you could even invalidate your support. You've got to protect your core investment, not mess with it. All right, with that rule burned into our brains, let's check out the architectural solution. I'm going to show you a really simple before and after that'll make it crystal clear how this all comes together. First up, the before. This is your standard out-of-the-box NSAW pipeline. Data flows from NetSuite, goes through a managed ETL process, lands in the autonomous data warehouse, and then pops up in Oracle Analytics Cloud. The main takeaway here, think of this entire flow as a black box. It's read-only. It's the untouchable core. And now, here's how we build on that foundation. This is the blueprint for Unity. Notice how that core NSAW pipeline up top is still totally pristine? We haven't touched it. But down below, we're pulling in our other data sources, like that Excel file and the Apex database, through their own separate pipelines. They land in new, custom schemas, but here's the key. It's within the same data warehouse. It all gets blended together in a unified semantic model, creating one central analytics hub. Okay, so that's the high-level blueprint. It looks great on a slide, right? But how do you actually connect all these different data sources? Let's get practical. Well, the best practice is to use what's called a layered schema approach. Seriously, think of it like an assembly line for your data. First, the raw data lands in a staging layer. We'll call it cust_stg. Next, it moves over to a curated layer, cust_core, where we clean it up and apply all our business logic. And finally, you might have an optional presentation layer to make reporting even easier. This whole process keeps everything organized, auditable, and just way easier to manage. Let's apply this to a classic example, Excel. How do you take a simple spreadsheet with sales targets and turn it into a real strategic asset? It's actually a pretty simple automated flow. A business user just uploads their file to a cloud storage bucket. That upload then triggers an automated pipeline that grabs the data, transforms it, and loads it right into your custom schemas. No more manual data wrangling. So, just to recap those key actions for your Excel data, you upload to object storage, an automated pipeline ingests it, and then it transforms and curates that data. It's a simple, repeatable, and really powerful process. Now, what about custom applications, like something you've built in Apex? This is actually even simpler, because the Apex application tables already live inside the same autonomous data warehouse. You don't have any complex data movement to worry about. The pipeline just reads from the Apex schemas, applies whatever transformations are needed, and loads the data into your curated schema. Easy. And this brings us to the secret sauce, conformed dimensions. This is where you get the real value. when you can unify concepts across all your systems. You know, NetSuite has a customer ID, your Excel file has a customer name, and your Apex app has a customer code. A cross-reference table maps them all together into a single, unified customer dimension. This is how you create a true single version of the truth. So, we followed the golden rule, we've implemented the blueprint, we've connected our data. So what's the payoff? Let's take a look at the unified result. This is where we go from data chaos to total clarity. And here is a single dashboard in Oracle Analytics Cloud. Just look at that revenue versus target chart. The dotted line showing the sales targets, that's coming straight from our Excel file. The solid line showing actual revenue, that's coming from NetSuite, and they are seamlessly blended together, giving you a complete, instant picture of performance. And right there, a single, unified KPI, unified profit margin, clocking in at 18.5%. Now, this number combines financials from NetSuite, cost adjustments from that Excel sheet, and operational data from Apex. This is a metric that was pretty much impossible to calculate automatically before, but now it's right there, available to everyone and always consistent. So the business outcomes here are pretty obvious. You get consistent KPIs calculated the same way every single time. You can seamlessly blend data from all your sources without any crazy workarounds. And most importantly, you finally have a single version of the truth that your entire organization can actually trust. You know, this architecture really gives you 4 huge strategic advantages. First, your core NSAW investment is protected and totally upgrade safe. Second, your custom data is no longer flying around in the wild. It's fully governed. Third, the autonomous data warehouse becomes the real analytics backbone for your entire enterprise. And fourth, OAC becomes the single trusted layer for all your business analysis. So, there you have it, a powerful, scalable, and fully supportable blueprint. The only question left is, what could a single source of truth like this really unlock for your business? Thanks for watching.